embrace Shri Ram, to just run up and embrace him with feelings of beloved, that Ram is the beloved of my soul. But at that time, Ram said that in this form, I don't give that type of relationship, what we would call Madhurya Bhav. Ram, the devotees of Ram generally love him with Dasya Bhav, Sakhya Bhav, or Vatsalya Bhav. The devotees of Mahavishnu and other almighty forms also feel related. We call that relationship Shanta Bhav. We think of them in their almighty form. So they are the Supreme Lord, and we are subjects in their kingdom. That is Shanta Bhav. But with Ram, there's much more intimacy. We can love him as a servant, meaning we're the servant and he's our master. That's called Dasya Bhav. With Sakhya Bhav, we can be friends with Ram. Like Sugriv, like Vibhishan, they were friends with Shri Ram. We can also love Ram as our own son. That's called Vatsalya Bhav, like Mother Kaushalya did. But with Shri Krishna, or you can say Ram in the form of Shri Krishna, reveals one more bhav called Madhurya Bhav, where the soul loves Shri Krishna as their beloved. So at that time, Shri Ram said, in this form as Maryada Purushottam Brahm, I am much more formal, so I'm not making that openly available. This Madhurya Bhav type of interaction wasn't openly revealed during Ram's avatar. So he told those rishis, Krishnāvatare yūyam gopika bhūtva mama lingath. You will get my alingan when I come as Krishna. You will come as gopis at that time. So we see that Ram himself came as Krishna. Some people don't know that, before Ram's avatar, before Krishna's avatar, there was still a Ram and a Krishna. Some people might think, the world only learned about Krishna 5,000 years ago. Or the world only learned about Ram after he took avatar in Treta Yuga. No, Ram and Krishna are described in Vedas, which are eternal. And even in the life of this earth planet, they have taken avatar, at least in every day of Brahma, in every kalp, of which there have been 18,000 so far. So imagine, Krishna has taken avatar at least 18,000 times on our earth planet since its creation. And so has Ram. And then there are other earth planets in the universe. The same Ram, the same Krishna are taking avatar over there. So Ram has existed forever in his form as Ram. Krishna has also existed forever in his form as Krishna. And they keep coming. Krishna keeps coming as Krishna over and over again. Krishna keeps coming as Ram over and over again. So they are one and the same. Maharaj was saying so strongly in this kirtan, this pad we were just singing, that if somebody thinks there's a difference between Ram and Krishna, to narak mein bhi jagah nahi milegi usko. It's such a terrible pap that even though narak is highly organized, 28 levels of narak, for all different sins imaginable, you can find the appropriate punishment by going to one of those levels of narak. There is no such arrangement for those who do this type of namaparad, thinking that there's a difference between Ram and Krishna. Then Yamraj has to scratch his head. किस नरक में भेजूं इस मूर्ख को? There's no such arrangement that if I send him here, no, that's the wrong punishment. If I send him here, no, that's the wrong punishment. There's no arrangement in narak for that because it's the worst sin imaginable. We call that namaparad. Having such wrong thoughts about God or saints is not punishable by ordinary means. All of that, narak, that's for ordinary sins. What about the one who has this namaparad? Then something else has to be imagined. So it's a very serious thing to think such things. That's why Maharaj Ji always emphasizes, he doesn't want anybody to make the mistake of thinking that, oh, I'm a Krishna devotee, how can I celebrate Ram? I'm a Ram devotee, how can I sing Krishna's name? You can sing Ram's name and do Roop Dhyan of Krishna. You can sing Krishna's name and do Roop Dhyan of Ram, because they are exactly one and the same. Yes, there is a difference in what they're openly revealing. Ram is more reserved, and Shri Krishna is more liberal in his behavior and his interaction with the saints and the devotees. Yes, there's a difference, just like you behave differently when you're in the office, then you behave differently when you're at your in-laws' house, then you behave differently when you're in the privacy of your own home. You have different personas for different situations. So if we are able to do such a thing and we are such limited beings, then of course, God is able to reveal different aspects of his personality in different situations, and that's all Ram and Krishna are. So in this kirtan that we're going to sing, we can show the kirtan on the screen. Aaju kaan ko neend na aaye. Maharaj Ji is explaining a leela from Shri Krishna's childhood when he was having trouble sleeping one night. So he calls Maiya. Yate kaan hai bulayo mai. He says, just like you probably all did at some point or another in your life when you had trouble sleeping, you would call your parents. Oh, come, do something, pat me on the back, help me to sleep. So Krishna says, oh Maiya, tell me a story, then I'll be able to get to sleep. So Maiya thought, I'll tell him the story of Sitaram. See, Maiya and all the Shri Krishna's divine associates in Braj, because of his special personality, revealing the absolute form of divine love, none of those Brajwasis ever thought of Krishna as God. Or maybe fleetingly they did, but mainly in their consciousness was only their love for Krishna, Sakhya, or Vatsalya, or Madhurya. So Maiya didn't think of Krishna as God, even though she's a God-realized saint. So she has the total knowledge of who Krishna is, but that's drowned in her love for Krishna. So in that love, she just wants to give her love to Krishna and help him sleep. So she thinks, let me tell him the story of Sitaram. Not even thinking that this is Ram himself right here, that I'm telling the story to. But she says, because she knows that this will help him sleep faster, Kaho kahani sunu kahmai. Maiya says, yes, I'll tell you the story. Hunkari bharyo Balabhai. Balabhai is name of Krishna. It means the brother of Balaram. So you have to keep doing That way I know you're listening. So I'll tell you, like, once upon a time, there was a great king named Dashrath. Krishna has to answer like that. And he lived in the city of Mithila. So little Kanha, with that rhythm of keeping on saying the Maiya knows he's eventually going to drift off to sleep. And then once he stops doing then she knows she doesn't have to continue with the story. So she starts telling the story that Avadha Puri in Ayodhya, not Mithila, in Ayodhya, there was a great king named Dasharath. And he got his name because his Rath, he was such a skilled warrior that his Rath could go in all 10 directions. So nobody could keep up with him. Dasahu dishi unko rath jaye. And he had 3 queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, Sumitra. So Maiya starts by explaining this far, and Krishna is awake up until now. As she's explaining each of these things, he keeps saying, So let us start singing this Leela, and then I'll explain a little bit more once we get into it.
Ko नींद न आए।
कहो कहानी सुनु कह माय।
कहो कहानी सुनो माय।
कहो कहानी सुनो कह माय।
कहो कहानी सुनो माय।
कारी भरियो बल भाय।
कारी भरियो बल भाय।
कारी भरियो बल भाय।
कारी भरियो बल भाय।
अवधपुरी में थे एक राय।
अवधपुरी में थे एक राय।
दशरथ नाम पुराणन गाय।
दशरथ नाम पुराण गाय।
दसहु दिशि उनको रथ जाय।
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 आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए।
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 उनकी नारी तीन बताए। कौशल्या नाम बताए
एक कौशल्या नाम बताए
एक कैकेयी नाम बताए
एक कैकेयी नाम बताए
एक सुमित्रा नाम बताए
सुमित्रा नाम बताए
बड़ी नारी कौशल्या
बड़ी नारी कौशल्या आय
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
जुगान को नींद न आए
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
जुगान को नींद न आए
Next, Maya starts telling about Sri Ram's brothers. So there were 4 brothers. The oldest was Ram. There was also Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna. These same 4, as we were just singing in the previous Pad Kirtan, these same 4 came in Krishna avatar as well. Of course, Lakshman came as Balram. So this time, in the previous avatar, Lakshman was the little brother. In this Krishna's avatar, Lakshman became the big brother, Balram. The other 2, Bharat and Shatrughna, they were also a part of Krishna's family. So when Shri Krishna went to Dwarika, the main queen was Rukmini, Lakshmi's avatar, Rukmini, and their eldest son was Pradyumna. He was the avatar of Bharat. Pradyumna's eldest son was Aniruddha. He was the avatar of Shatrughna. So these 4 are actually all form of Ram. Ram himself is Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna. Krishna himself is Balram, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So here Maya is explaining that Jeshtha Putra to Ram kahai. Ram was the eldest son. Unko Shruti Bhagavan batai. Vedas tell that Ram is Bhagavan. Ek Putra Lakshmana kahlai. Another son was Lakshman. Another is Bharat. Another is Shatrughna. Now Ram got married, and his wife Ramanari Sita kahlai. So Brahma Rupa batalai. She is also Brahm. She is also God. So just like Ram is one with Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna, Sita is also none other than Ram. Sita and Ram are not two. although we say Ram is the husband, Sita is the wife, but actually just like Radha Krishna are one, appearing in two forms in order to do leelas, the same are Sita and Ram. Maharaj put it so playfully in the previous Pad Kirtan we were singing, that in Ram avatar, Sita was always pressing Ram's charan. And in Krishna avatar, the same Sita as Radha had Krishna pressing her feet. It was very sweet when you think about it. When you think about those leelas, Ram is so serious. And you would, even though he's friendly and loving, but you would be a little reserved around him, right? You wouldn't want to say anything inappropriate. You would never see the same Ram. To me, this makes Krishna's leelas even more sweet. When I think the same Ram came and enjoyed having his friends ride on his back as a horsey. Like, you lost the game. Get on your hands and knees and I'm going to jump on your back. You're my horse. Now giddy up. Same Ram is behaving like this. The same Ram who is served by Sita in Rama avatar is serving Sita in the form of Radha during Krishna avatar. The same Sita who is so properly behaved and very sweet and serving Ram all the time, the same Sita in Krishna avatar is conspiring with gopis to catch Krishna in Sankari Khor. Because Ram in Krishna avatar is so naughty. He's over there in Sankari Khor breaking gopis' pots, sneaking up on gopis. So same Sita is conspiring with gopis. Okay, you hide in this, we'll all hide over here. And one gopi goes out as the bait. Krishna thinks that you're alone, so he'll come out and he'll try to do something naughty. Then we'll all come and we'll grab him and we'll tie him up. Can you imagine Sita and Ram? Yeah, this is how they behave as Radha Krishna. So to me, it makes those leelas even more appealing and so amazing to think that the same Radha Krishna were so reserved in their behavior as Sita Ram, and the same Sita Ram are so playful as Radha Krishna. So this is what Sri Maharaj is indicating through this pad. So let us see further ahead. What does Maya tell young Krishna to get him to sleep? That yes, Ram was married to Sita, and his mother, second mother, Kaikeyi, she sent Ram to the forest. So Krishna is listening to all this. Okay, Ram was married to Sita, and then one of his mothers asked for a boon from his father to have him go to the forest. For 14 years, he wandered in the forest with Sita, Ram, and Lakshman. Sita, Ram, Lakhana, Vanajai. Now, in the forest, there was one big Rakshas, Banamaha Asura Dashanan I. Dashanan is another name of Ravana because he had 10 heads. Sita ko le gayo udai. So now is getting to the really interesting part of the story. Maya is telling young Kanha that when they were out there in the forest, a big Rakshas with 10 heads came and kidnapped Sita. So we'll see how Shri Krishna responds to this situation as we sing further ahead. Aju kanha ko neend na aaye. विचार बतलाय।
दशरथ पुत्र चार बतलाय।
ज्येष्ठ पुत्र तो राम कहाय।
ज्येष्ठ पुत्र तो राम कहाय।
उनको श्रुति भगवान बताए।
उनको श्रुति भगवान बताए।
एक पुत्र लक्ष्मण कहलाए।
एक पुत्र लक्ष्मण कहलाए।
एक पुत्र को भरत बताए।
एक पुत्र को भरत बताए।
एक शत्रुघ्न नाम बताए।
एक शत्रुघ्न नाम बताए।
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए।
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 राम नारी सीता कहलाए।
राम नारी सीता कहलाए।
सो ब्रह्म रूप बतलाए।
सो ब्रह्म रूप बतलाए।
कैकेयी सौतेली माए। रामहि दियति न विपिन पठाय।
रामहि दियति न विपिन
14 बरस बसे बन जाए
14 बरस बसे बन जाए
सीता राम लखन बन जाए
सीता राम लखन बन जाए
बन महा असुर दशानन आए
बन महा असुर दशानन आए
सीता को ले गयो उड़ाए
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 आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
को नींद न आए
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
आजू कान को नींद न आए
So Maya continues with the story. Now Kanha is starting to feel sleepy, but he's still saying after every line. But now it's starting to get interesting because Ravana has abducted Sita. Magamaha milyo jatayu aaye, vako Ravana mari girai. So Jatayu, who was a devotee of Sri Ram, came to try to fight for Sita, but Ravana killed him. They had an aerial battle and Ravana struck him down. So while Ravana was making his getaway with Sita, Sita was yelling for Ram. Sita kaha ha Ram bachai, oh Ram, save me. This Rakshas is taking me away. So Krishna, most of the time, he hides his divinity, he hides the fact he's God. Otherwise, none of these sweet leelas would happen. If Maya is treating him as God, then she would say, well, God doesn't need to sleep. Why do I have to tell you a bedtime story? So Krishna hides this, and even he himself forgets, even though his forgetting is different than our forgetting, right? When we forget something, it's because our brain is limited. When Krishna forgets he's God, the knowledge is still there, but it's just submerged in the lovingness. Sometimes he remembers, like when Maya gave him a bath and decorated him so beautifully and sent him out to play, and that day gopis had come to have Krishna's darshan, they had curd in pots on their head. And when they got Krishna's darshan, they were so absorbed in love that some of them started dropping their pots. So the curd started mixing with the dust and the soil in the courtyard of Krishna's house. So it made mud. And Krishna, who had just been bathed and was now dressed in his best clothes with all his ornaments by Maya, he saw this as a good chance to play in the mud. So he went and started playing in this mud made by the curd and the soil in the courtyard. So when Maya came out, she was just thinking, you can't stay clean even for 2 minutes? You must have been a pig in your last life. So Krishna, then he smiled to himself because he remembered, I did have that Sur avatar. I came as Varaha Bhagwan. So sometimes he remembers, right? But he doesn't let it out. Otherwise, Maya wouldn't treat him as her little boy, and she wouldn't get the Vatsalya Ras, and Krishna wouldn't get the Vatsalya Ras. So Krishna is not even remembering that he's Ram, nor is he revealing that fact to Maya. But here, when he hears Sita is calling, "Oh Ram, save me," then all the acting went out the window. So, Vah suni uthi baithe balabhai. When Maya said those words, that Sita was saying, "Oh Ram, save me," little Krishna, little Kanha, he sits up. He was feeling so sleepy before, doing this. Now he sits up and he yells, "Kaha Lakshmana, Lakshmana, dhanu lai. Lakshmana, bring my bow." Krishna is yelling this in the middle of the story. He's forgotten completely that he's little boy. He's now seeing himself as Ram, and he's yelling for Lakshman because he's hearing Sita's calls. Manahu krodha rupa dhari aaye. Just as if anger personified has come in the form of Krishna in that moment. Drishya dekhi yah dari gai mai. Now Maya is thinking, what happened to my Lala? So now because Gudha Marama nahi samujhi mai, Maya doesn't know the secret behind this, that her Lala was Ram in his last life. So Jane Sadharana Suttamai, she just thinks of him as a normal boy. Pakari Mai Dhaya Balabhai. She quickly scooped him up, like as if maybe he was falling asleep and he started to have a dream that scared him or something. So she scooped him up in her arms. Le godihi puni puni dularai. So she was stroking his back and trying to calm him down, that no, it's okay. Liya chupaye aanchal balbhai. So then Krishna is hiding under the aanchal of Maya, the loose end of her sari. And in the end, Maharaj says, Nam japati narayana mai janana narayana balabhai. So Maya is thinking, who knows what happened to my son, and let me say God's name to make all the bad omens go away. Because something scared him, who knows what's going on. I don't want anything bad to happen to my son, no bad dreams, no bad omens. So she started repeating God's name, Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. But Janana Narayana Balabhai, she doesn't know the one whose name I'm taking is the one in my lap. He is none other than Narayana. Neend aaye Balabhai Sulai. So then, as Maya was stroking his back and repeating Narayana, Narayana, finally sleep came to Lala. And Maharajji ends by saying, Ram Kripalu Mai Balabhai, that Maya Yashoda is the mother of both Ram and Balabhai, that she is the mother of Krishna and she is also the mother of Sri Ram. So we'll finish singing these lines of this Leela. आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए।
कान्ह को नींद न आए।
मग मिल्यो जटायु आय।
मग मिल्यो जटायु आय।
वाको रावण मारी गिराय।
वाको रावण मारी गिराय।
सीता कह राम बचाए।
सीता कह राम बचाए।
यह सुनी उठी बैठे बल भाय।
यह सुनी उठी बैठे बल भाय।
कह लक्ष्मण लक्ष्मण धनु लाय।
कहा लक्ष्मण लक्ष्मण धनु लाय।
मानहु क्रोध रूप धरियाय।
मानहु क्रोध रूप धरियाय।
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए। दृश्य देखी यह डरी गई माय।
दृश्य देखी यह डरी गई माय।
गूढ़ मरम नहीं समझी माय।
गूढ़ मरम नहीं समझी माय।
जाने साधारण सुत माय।
जाने साधारण सुत माय।
पकड़ी माय धाय बल भाय।
पकड़ी माय धाय पोनी पोनी दुलराय
लिय छुपाय आंचल बल भाय
छुपाय आंचल बल भाय
नाम जपति नारायण माय
नाम जपति नारायण माय
जानना नारायण बल भाय
जानना नारायण बल भाय
नींद आय बल भाय सुलाय
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 राम कृपालु माय बल भाय
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 आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
जुगान को नींद न आए
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
जुगान को नींद न आए
आजू कान्ह को नींद न आए
जुगान को नींद न आए
बोलो कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की राम लला की
जय
We'll be having Aarti now. The program this afternoon will resume at 2:30. As I mentioned, we'll be watching a very important lecture of Shree Kripalu Ji Maharaj from 2:30 to 3. Then we'll have 8 hours continuous Hare Ram mantra chanting from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. During that time, we do have dinner served. So if you're an overnight guest, we won't be announcing or stopping the kirtan during that time, but dinner will be served at the normal time, and you can just go at that time and eat. But the kirtan will continue unbroken all the way till 11 p.m. So we can all stand for Aarti. आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। तुमन सिर कनक मुकुट झलकै, तुमन श्रुति कुंडल भल हलकै। तुमन दृग प्रेम सुधा छलकै, रसीले नैन रसीले नैन गसीले सैन। तुमन मैनन मन हारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। दुमुनि दृग चितवनि परवारी, दुमुनि लट लट कनि छवि न्यारी। दुमुनि भौमट कनि अति प्यारी, रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान। दसन दमकान तुमनि बेसर छवि न्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। एक उर पीतांबर फहर, एक उर नीलांबर लहर। दुमुन उर लर मोतिन छहर, कंकनन खनक किंकिनिन झनक। नूपुरन भनक रुन रुन झुन धुनि प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। एक सिर मोर मुकुट राज, एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाज। दुमुन सिर तिरछे भल भ्राज, संग ब्रजमाल लाडली लाल बागल डाल। कृपालु दुमुन दृगशाली की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। श्रीमद् युगल सरकार की, सियावर रामचंद्र की, जगतगुरु श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।